Been a while. Hello. Welcome back to Up the Villa podcast. Welcome to Transfer Hub, your home of Aston Villa's news, rumours, links, you name it, you'll find it on this channel. We've got content galore at the minute and I just love creating it for you. So there we go. If you do wonder what I do in the meantime, between creating videos, I am out cutting hair. And to be fair, I have actually done a bit of a banging fade on myself, to be fair. I'm not going to lie. It's looking quite fresh, to be fair, this one. So, welcome back. And I'm quite surprised by this one, to be fair, that the fact that we haven't actually done a transfer hub on Brennan Johnson. Now, the story of this link goes, in my opinion, as follows. We know Unai Emery was watching a Nottingham Forest game, and I don't think it was in and around the time that we was meant to be playing Nottingham Forest. I know that was doing the rounds, wasn't it, last season? Brentford have bid 30 million for Brennan Johnson, which was rejected, and there's been nothing of it since. A lot of the Nottingham Forest fan channels have been reporting that Aston Villa are linked with Brennan Johnson all summer, all window. I've been seeing from the fan channels that Brennan Johnson is Aston Villa's number one target. Aston Villa are in for Brennan Johnson. There's been no links. Nothing has materialised at all until now. Now, I spoke about him, I think, on a news daily show about a month or two ago. But now we are officially linked with him. I felt like it was just the right time to fire up Transfer Hub and give you my thoughts on Brennan Johnson. And I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. So for context, where are we? Where's this coming from? The Mail online, we've got Aston Villa, summer swoop for Brennan Johnson, with Nottingham Forest open to selling the 40 million rated star to ease the financial fair play concerns. Aston Villa exploring a move for Brennan Johnson, with the Nottingham Forest winger keen on the switch to Villa Park. Mail Sport understands that conversations have taken place and that both parties are interested should a deal be viable. Brentford also retain a long-term interest in the 22-year-old. Forest are willing to sell Johnson this summer amid concerns. Financial fair play and a fee approaching 40 million could be enough to see movement. So, key takeaways from that. I actually think Brennan Johnson would love to move to Aston Villa. I do think there has been something in this, and I think Johnson would move to Villa. I think he would see it as a upward trajectory move in his career. I think for him to move to Brentford would be an upgrade, but I don't think it would be the trajectory of a move to Villa. If a move to Villa, you've got European football, massive club in the Midlands, the biggest club in the Midlands. We've heard Pau Torres' interview today about how he feels about being at Villa. He's been sold the project. He's talking about a season ticket waiting list. He's talking about the expansion of Villa Park. He's talking about the Aston Villa project. He's fully aware of what is happening at Aston Villa. Brennan Johnson would be fully aware of what is happening at Aston Villa. So he would be keen on that move to Aston Villa, in my opinion. So I think if we were interested, he would be more than open to coming to Aston Villa. And yeah, I think he would love a move to Aston Villa. So where am I at with this move for Brennan Johnson? I go back to a light bulb moment for me in this Unai Emery system, the way we're playing. And I go back to a game, and I know a lot of you will know the game that I'm going to mention, and it is West Ham away. Now, West Ham away, I'll paint the picture for you. West Ham away was a game that we went 1-0 up. When West Ham equalised with a penalty. Leon Bailey sort of had his hands on one of their players. Looked like he pulled them back. was it Penn? Wasn't it Penn? 1-1. It was a game where we were the better team. And if we had added quality in our squad, I felt like we would have gone on to win that game. And that light bulb moment for me showed what our squad was lacking. And I think it was lacking pace, power, guile, some attacking flexibility on the wing, some quality out wide, somebody that is just a threat for 90 minutes. Give him the ball and he's a live wire and he'll create. And unfortunately, we didn't have it. So that is where my thinking of, and I'm imagining that Unai's thinking, is where we currently lack that little bit of sort of explosive, expressive flair that can win us a game. And that's what we currently lack, in my opinion. And when games are tight, when you are playing better teams, you need those type of players. What you don't want are players that sort of will fall into their shell a little bit and don't offer a lot. And it becomes a little bit like we start retreating and we play within ourselves and the game becomes very difficult. And I think there has been times when that happens and these creative, explosive players can be the difference. And I think that is what we're looking for. Now, when we're linked with players like Moussa Diaby, Ferran Torres, Kudus, then I think you're starting to get that vibe, aren't you? You're starting to get that, either it's flair, it's technical ability, it's pace. We currently lack pace. Then I think you can see those players and think, you know what? I know what you would bring to Villa. A Brennan Johnson at 22 years of age has a very high ceiling. He's a good player. I like him. But does he offer that X factor in what we're after? I think defensively, he would work. Defensively, he would be sound. But is he offering that extra that we currently need? And this is where I don't think it does. And for the money, for the price, for the fee, I think we need more. Look, I like Johnson. I think he's got great technical ability. I think he's quick. I think he would add pace to our side. He gets in really good areas. He's got an eye for a goal. I think that's fine. But can he take Villa to that next level? And I'm just not sure he can. And that's my honest opinion. That's where I am at. And that's maybe I'd be proved wrong if he came. Unai could maybe get him cooking. We know that Unai can improve players. I think defensively he would be great. I think he would offer what we need. But it's just going forward that's where I have my question marks. And Villa fans, I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd love you guys to get involved and let me know what you think of Brennan Johnson. But they've already rejected a £30 million bid. It's looking like it'd have to be 35, 40. I'm really, really not sure that is the player that we should be going for. So in normal Transfer Hub fashion then, let's take a little look at the player profile of Brennan Johnson. So last season, he had a 6.70 rating. His heat map, you can see, is predominantly on that right-hand side. He played 38 games, started 33. He scored 8 goals, which were 8 crucial goals, and he had 3 assists. He had 63% passing accuracy per game, 68 in his own half, 54 in the opposition half. He had 45% successful dribbles, 39% duels won, 42% ground duels won. Now, this is the area where you'd expect it to be slightly higher in the duels, because if you're thinking that Forest were not having majority of the ball, the defensive work you'd expect to be, a bit higher than that, in my opinion. If we have a look at his stats per 90, not great either, is it? There's I know I always like to do the eye test basically. So I like to look at a player. I like to look at how they play. I like to look at attributes that I like, sort of like technical ability. What does he do? What's he like off the ball? And then you start to sort of gauge, and it should back it up a bit with some of these stats, really. But I mean, if I read anything from here, progressive passes received 4.75. So yeah, this isn't a great per 90. If we have a look at his who scored strengths, saying he hasn't got any weaknesses, is his passing in his aerial duels. He likes to dribble, likes to play short passes, and likes to attack on the counter. If we just go back and have a little look, if we can compare him to a player then that we are currently linked with. So if we go on here, so you can see he's attacking is 69. If we have a look at a Musa Diaby, so he's a 69. You can see that Musa Diaby is 80, 76 creativity, technical 69. See what I'm saying? Like you're getting more output with a Musa Diaby. You're getting more creativity, you're getting more pace, you're getting more effectiveness in a game. And I just think I can just imagine for some reason a Brennan Johnson just falling into his shell a little bit and not being as expressive as what he should be. Maybe I've been really, really harsh. I don't know. But this is just my general vibe of watching him and getting a feel for how he plays and what we currently need. So Aston Villa have been linked with a move for Brennan Johnson. They've already rejected a 30 million bid from Brentford. You'd imagine it's going to be 35, 40. I would prefer Musa Diaby. That is what I'm at. Or I would prefer a Ferran Torres. Or I would prefer a Jan Felix. Or I would prefer a Goncalves. So that's where I'm at. Those are my thoughts. Share your thoughts. This is what this is all about. It's here for you guys to express your thoughts. This is why I do it, really, for me to gauge your thoughts moving forward. So thank you, everybody who has been supporting the channel, Transfer Hubs, Daily News, you name it. You have been absolutely brilliant. So subscribe if you are new, drop a like, and up the Villa.